So what's up guys, for today's video I will be discussing the powers and abilities of the Oni in the new anime Tougen Anki. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe and expect for more. So first is we have Hagur Nekosaki. He's that guy who acts super friendly and chill, but deep down you just know he's up to something shady. He's slick with dual knives and fights like he's done it 100 times. But the real crazy part is his power. His move, Liar Liar, lets him copy anyone's appearance and voice just by touching them. He can even keep 3 disguises ready at once. The only catch is, he can't fake his height, so if you're tall and he's not, it's kinda obvious. Still, it makes him a total nightmare to deal with. You never know if the person next to you is actually him. He plays the nice guy role really well, but mess with him and he'll drop the act in a second and show you just how dangerous he actually is. Next is, we have Yu Inami. He might look like the sickly, quiet kid with glasses, but when it comes to fighting, he's a total wild card. His move, Torn at the Seams, kicks in when he unzips these seams on his arms and unleashes 2 blood puppets, one's all on offense like a sword and the other's defense like a shield. At the same time, he summons these giant blood hand behind a pair of creepy shrine doors. And depending on the hand sign he throws up, it's either blasts enemies with a huge explosion or traps them in this hallway of shrines that locks them down. What makes him scary is that he doesn't even need to get close. The puppets do the dirty work while he controls everything from the back. He's not the fastest or strongest, but he's insanely strategic and always has a backup plan. Basically, he's the dude who looks harmless but ends up outsmarting everyone and taking control of the battlefield even without breaking a sweat. Next is we have Masumi Yodogawa. He's that super chill guy who always seems like he's just vibing, but he's secretly plotting 10 steps ahead. His power's pretty sick. He drinks his own blood. Yeah, it's kinda gross, but it's cool. And then he straight up turns invisible for 10 whole minutes. Clothes, gear, everything gone. And if he wants to, he can even take someone with him and make them invisible too, which makes him perfectly good for sneaky missions. He's not out there throwing punches or doing crazy attacks, but he's like the stealth king, always calm, always thinking, and always in the right place at the right time. Honestly, he's the kind of dude who'd sneak into an enemy base, wreck the plan, and dip before anyone even knows that he was there. Next is we have Rakuro Kiriyama. Is that one dude who always acting like he's about to die from something dumb, but then turns into an absolute menace when it's go time. When he activates his Blood Eclipse release, he fuses with the blood version of his dead girlfriend, which is kinda sad but also badass. His move, Dance of the Cold Ashes, lets him throw out a bunch of sharp blood petals with his creepy robe and fan combo. It looks graceful, but it'll slice you up in seconds. Then he's got the Rage of the Dead Ash Dance, where he powers up like crazy. His hair goes wild, his outfit changes, and even though he slows down a bit, he hits way harder and gets scary calm. It's a huge switch from his usual panicking and whining to straight up monster mode. Honestly, he's like if a drama kid suddenly becomes a horror movie boss. Like Zenitsu. Next is we have Guji Yurube. Totally he gives off that calm, smart kid vibe. The one who always seems to know what's going on, even when no one else does. His main ability is called Where Art Thou? And it basically works like a blood-powered radar that lets him track down people no matter where they are. He's not flashy in fights, but he's super clutch. He can heal from damage pretty quickly, so he doesn't go down easy. What really makes him dangerous is how smart he is and collected during battles. He's the kind of guy who watches everything and picks the perfect moment to strike or help out. You might not notice him at first, but when things get crazy, he's suddenly the one figuring everything out and saving the team. Low-key, he's like the brainy best friend who ends up being way more powerful than anyone expected. Next is we have Homura Bugawara. Homura might seem quiet and super down on herself, but her powers are seriously insane when they kick in. She doesn't even activate them on purpose. Whenever she's stressed or scared, her blood ability just explodes on its own. That's when this giant monster made of blood called the Blood Titan shows up out of nowhere. It's like her sister and basically goes full beast mode while protecting her, using stuff like deafening screams or straight up wrecking anyone who comes too close. The wild part is, Homura isn't even in control of it. Her power just acts on its own. It's like a built-in bodyguard from her trauma. She might act fragile, but when things get serious, she's packing one of the scariest abilities without even trying. Kina Sazanami. Kina Sazanami is that kinda scary, kinda cool girl who does whatever she wants and doesn't care what anyone thinks. She's super chill on the outside, but the second she catches feelings for someone, she flips into this obsessed protector mode, like full-on don't talk to my man or I'll wreck you energy. Her ability lets her turn her blood into weapons, and her main move, I Love. That's the name. The name is I Love. Creates these massive blood gauntlets that not only hit hard but mess with people from the inside. The more she hits you, the weaker you get, and eventually you start acting like a puppet under her control. Ikari Yarrosshi. Ikari is that loud, hot-blooded dude who's always ready to throw hands and doesn't think twice before charging into a fight. His power lets him shape his blood into different weapons, but what's cool is that it changes depending on how he's feeling, so it's always a surprise. His main move, Hot-Blooded Hysteria, basically gives him 3 random weapons a day, like claws, swords, boots, or even wings, but he never knows which ones he'll get until they pop out. It's kind of like rolling a dice every time he powers up, and that chaos fits his whole vibe. Even though he acts all cocky and aggressive, he's actually kinda awkward sometimes, like he laughs too hard at jokes and gets flustered easily. Next is we have Jin Kubasaki. Jin Kubasaki is that quiet, cold-looking guy who's actually super intense when he fights. His blood ability is wild. He literally opens up the stitches on his body and turns his blood into weapons, like he's been saving pain just to use it in battle. One of his main techniques is Blood of the Seven Sanctions, where he forms saw blades with his fingernails and goes full psycho mode in close combat. Then there's Dance of the Severing Blood, where he sends a huge chainsaw-shaped wave flying at his enemies from a distance. Pretty much impossible to dodge. He can even shred the soles of his shoes to create spinning blades under his feet, letting him move crazy fast like he's skating across the battlefield. Even though he acts all calm and emotionless, you can tell he actually cares that deep down, especially when someone he likes is involved, and he has just a dark, messed up way of showing it. Next is we have Shiki Ichinos. It's that intense, loner type dude who always looks like he's ready to snap, but when he fights, it's actually insane. His power, Blood Ritual of the 10 Guns, lets him make guns out of his own blood, and he can switch between different types mid-fight like it's a second nature. He's got crazy good aim too, like he never misses even when things get chaotic. On top of that, he's part of the elite group with special blood, and this happens to be the fire-based, so yeah. He can literally light stuff on fire and even fly by blasting flames behind him. And when he's pushed too far, he can go full berserk mode and summon a ridiculous number of guns all at once. It's like a blood and firestorm. The wild part, even when he's in that rage state, he still keeps his head in the game and fights with purpose, not just mindless fury. Nito Modano. Nito Modano is basically a beast in both hand-to-hand combat and with his blood powers. He's insanely strong. Like, he can jump super high, smash through trees and throw people around like it's nothing. He's also good at fighting without even using his powers. He once took on a whole group of strong enemies by himself and barely broke a sweat. On top of that, he's super smart and always has some kind of plan or trick up his sleeve during fights. He even uses random stuff around him to gain the upper hand. His blood abilities are wild. He can activate something called Blood Eclipse Release, which lets him pull off insane moves with his blood, usually through this special umbrella he carries. One move, Torrential Rebirth, lets him create blood archers that shoot from above while he hides under his umbrella. Autumn Cloudburst makes it rain blood as long as his umbrella stays open. With the Quenching Rain of the Twin Dragon Tears, he summons 2 blood dragons that fly in attack and cross pattern, but he can only do this if there's blood all over the ground. He also has Abyss of the Dark Waters, which summons a huge goddess-like figure made of blood that launches a massive spiral attack.